I'm gonna be honest, sometimes running a content business feels like you're pushing a boulder up a mountain. You have to create content, you have to ideate, create content, you have to schedule content, you have to engage with your audience, you have to do all this long to-do list, and sometimes you just get no reward. Sometimes you get 0 views, you get 0 sales. It feels like you're literally a nobody on the internet. But what if I told you there was a way to automate your content business and get the time back in life for you? You interested? Hey everyone, this is Tina from Content Creators Club. I help creators automate their content income and traffic, so stick around towards the end of this video because I have a special gift for you, but also let's just get into it. So let me backtrack here and set the stage. When I started this content business, it was really born out of necessity. Before I had this content business, I actually had an online coaching business. And while it was fulfilling, I saw great results. I was able to help my clients. I was honestly just facing a shit ton of burnout. I was exhausted from going to client meetings, doing sales calls, doing client work, doing the marketing, doing literally everything. And I just really thought of having a business that can run without me. Like, it was almost as if it was a dream. But I like to believe that dreams can come true. So 2 years ago, I decided to create a business that had certain criteria in place in order for it to create a business that works with me, not against me. So here are the 3 criterias. Number 1, I didn't want to do any sales calls. Fuck sales calls, I just don't like to do them, and I don't think you need to do them in order to make money in your business. Number 2, I didn't want to run a big team. Personally, I have come from the background of having a team of VAs, having a team of assistants and managing them. It's just not my forte. I like to have a business that's a one-person business that allows me to live my life, pay my bills, and provide an impact to this world. Number 3, or 6. But anyways, number 3, it has to have passive income. So along with the same mindset of not having any sales calls, I needed to create a business that didn't rely on me actually showing up in order for me to make money. So I've always dreamed about the idea of making money in your sleep. 2 years later, it happens pretty often and it happens pretty consistently. So I've learned a couple things. So the goal of this video is to show you what 2 years of a fully automated content business looks like, but B, to show to you that it is actually possible to create a business that runs without you. I just want to go on a little side tangent here. Creating an automated business may be great, but one of the things that I would have to say, it involves a different mindset, because if you haven't done something to begin with, then you're going to have to approach it entirely differently from what you already know. Right? Because if you are a former workaholic like myself, then stopping is probably the hardest thing that you'll ever have to experience. But when you create a business that allows you to stop, you can actually address maybe those insecurities that you never thought that you had because you never had the time to think about them, right? So that's just my little tangential thing of when it comes to creating an automated business, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. It does require work, it does require time, and it does require investment. But what I would say is that it's 100% fucking worth it, because if you take the time to build a business that works with you and not against you, you can create the models on how to make money, how to generate leads, how to generate traffic, and you can really figure out the steps on how to automate that entire process. I'm about to share with you my front end, my back end, and how I make money as a content creator. And with that being said, let's get into it. So let's go ahead and take a little tour of my front end of my business. How I've been able to set things up to automate kind of my lead gen as well as my traffic sources. So when it comes to creating an automated content business, I kind of like to think of them as 3 points that you need in order for you to automate your traffic and your lead gen. Well, you need a source place. I like to think of my source place as content, right? So I'm a content creator. I like to create content. Usually my preferred method is blog articles, and now we're transitioning into YouTube, as you see here. But the goal is, when you create your source content, the point of the next step that you want to do is that you want to automate your content repurposing, right? Because as a content creator, in order for you to generate traffic and leads in your business, well, you kind of need to be on more than one platform in your business. It's not enough for you to just only be a blogger. You kind of need to be a person who's also showing up on TikTok, also showing up on YouTube, and all those things. And while I think that is kind of a very shitty process, I think that there is an opportunity for you to actually automate that process. So my goal as this automated content creator is to only stay in my zone of genius, right? My zone of genius is writing. I don't always like to create short form videos. So what I do on the back end is when my source content goes live, so say for example, my blog article gets published, I have all the automations in place on the back end to automate the content repurposing. And what I mean by that is I leverage tools like Zapier, which is a no-code tool, and I leverage tools like Bannerbear, which is a image video generator tool, all those things to create content and distribute it across multiple platforms for either YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok, all these platforms, so that I can leverage that traffic from all these different platforms, point it to my lead gen, which is going to be in the form of email lists, right? So you create your source content, and that is all that you're responsible as the content creator. And then you create all the automations on the back end to automatically repurpose it for you to get the external traffic to drive leads into your business. Now, there is kind of this third piece when it comes to actually generating leads in your business. This can be either manual or this can be either outsourced as well. So when I think of engagement, I think of, commenting, responding to followers, those types of things. Again, you can either do it yourself or you can hire someone as a virtual assistant to do it for you. Whatever side of the coin that you choose, I think it's important to have a mixture of engagement, external traffic to drive traffic and drive leads in your business. And the way that I automate that is through content repurposing and leveraging tools like Zapier to do the repurposing for me. So that is the front end on how I automate my traffic and my leads in my business. Now, I kind of want to talk about kind of the next step of the front end piece on how I actually monetize this as a content creator. So again, you want to be able to make money from the moment that you get a lead. And the way that I've been able to figure out how to do this is while I'm having the front end promote, drive all the leads and the traffic to my business, what it's doing is actually promoting all those traffic pieces to my email list. And this can be in the form of, either joining a bundle or getting a freebie, anything that really gets me to the second step of having a free product, right? So when I have those content pieces pointing to one central place, which is my email list, which I'll either give a free product or a freebie, what happens next is that they will get an upsell, which is also considered upscribe, where it's like, hey, if you join my newsletter, then I recommend these newsletters as well. And so the way that I monetize this from the beginning is that it's free for my subscribers to join these different newsletters, but these newsletter operators who I'm referring to, they pay me per subscriber that I send their way. So that is a very quick and easy way that I monetize my audience when a person joins my lead in the flow. So that's what I recommend in terms of monetizing my leads from the beginning. And then a second step that I monetize this process is something called an LTO, which is a limited time offer. And basically I would consider this optional, but I think it's really great if you have a digital product and they'll get redirected to a limited time offer where they can actually purchase one of my courses. So that is a way that I monetize my subscribers from the beginning. So I take that traffic and I monetize it to newsletter referrals, and I also monetize it to course individuals. Now, let's kind of talk about the further back end process of what it actually looks like when you join the Tina world, or maybe when you join my newsletter. So I really stripped everything down in terms of what do I want to do, right? So as a content creator, all I want to do is create content. I don't want to have to repurpose content. I don't want to have to be on social media, which is kind of odd being a content creator, but I just wanted to strip down and only focus on the things that I love. So what my calendar really looks like on a day-to-day basis is that I will set aside time the first or the second week of the month just to create content. So that could be in the form of YouTube videos, blog articles, things like that. And then I have it scheduled to go out like 2 pieces of content per week. So it can either be 1 blog article or 1 YouTube video. I tend to post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And everything that's blue is what I've manually done, right? So all I have to do is create 4 or 8 pieces of content per month. And that's pretty much it, because on the back end, what's happening is that I have all these places that actually drive further traffic and drive further leads into my business, which go to, promote my courses, all those things. And so as you can see in this gray line right here, I have an automation, as you can see from right here, that goes off every single day pretty much. And basically what it does is it's my daily content generator. And with this daily content generator, all that I do is whenever I create new content, it goes into my database. This daily content generator pulls from my database and takes that content and spins it to other forms of content, repurposing it for me. Repurposing it to YouTube Shorts, repurposing it to Instagram Reels, repurposing it to Twitter Threads. And that is an automation that triggers every single day. So on the front end, it looks like I'm creating content every single day, but really I have an automation do it. I don't do anything besides what you see in the blue dots right here, right? Now, the second piece that you can see is an AN, which is the automated newsletter. So a way for me to kind of engage my audience to make sure that they know what's going on in my world, but also to provide value to them, is I have an automated newsletter where essentially I have all my content pieces, so all those blue dots. I really just send one newsletter per week where I share with them, hey, these are the new content pieces that are going to help you scale your content income and traffic as a creator. Definitely check out these resources. And basically this automated newsletter is just an RSS feed, or just kind of a way for me to summarize all my content pieces and just send them out in one newsletter. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details on how that actually looks like, but I can tell you that it's very automated because it just grabs all the content for the week and just sends them out to my email list. But it's also really a great opportunity to further promote some of my digital products, because some of the call to actions have dynamic call to actions where it's like, if you've purchased a product, then you'll maybe see an upsell as the call to action. Dynamic call to actions promotes products or tools or resources that I think are really a best fit for that person, for that individual who's receiving that newsletter, right? And so beyond that, you can see that this is kind of where it's like this automated newsletter is doing the weekly paid channels, which are those dynamic CTAs. And then once a month, I do have an opportunity where if you join my newsletter, and I do, since I'm an affiliate marketer as well, I do recommend products that I think are going to be very beneficial for content creators. And so once a month, I'll have like a product of the month promotion where I basically say to you like, hey, this is the product of the month. I recommend you purchase it. Things like this. Here's a gift if you purchase through my specific affiliate link. Those are the type of channels where on a once a month basis, I just do a dedicated promotion to my email list that is pre-scheduled and also pre-created. So this is kind of like an automated funnel, I would say, or automated set of emails that really carry through within my email list, right? So what this kind of does in the grand scheme of things is I only focus on the blue dots where I'm actually just creating content, but I've set up the systems where I can be able to automate my content creation and automate my, repurposing to different types of platforms, but also automate my promotion to my email audience, right? So when you take the traffic, you point it to the email list, and then you have all these funnels that you see right here in the back end to actually promote and sell my digital products. So that is kind of the business model that I use to make money as a content creator. That's what 2 years of a fully automated content business looks like. And it took me 2 years for me to actually get to this point. And what I've learned throughout this process is to automate the things that you don't like to do in your business so that you can only focus on the things that you actually love to do in your business, right? So what this looks like in action is that I have automated traffic in the form of daily content that goes out every single day to different platforms. I repurpose my content to different social media platforms to take that traffic to drive leads into my business. And the leads go to my sign up page for my email list where they get newsletter referrals. So I get paid in the process, and it's completely free to my subscribers to join newsletters. And then basically on the back end, they get a weekly newsletter that showcases all the fresh new content that's going to help them as a creator in their business. But they also get dynamic CTAs where based on their behavior, they get recommended products of mine or even of products that I recommend that are a best fit for them. So if you stuck towards the end of this video, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I definitely think that this is going to provide a lot of insights to you on how you can really create a model that works for you and your business. I'd also love to hear in the comments like what you think of this. What are some questions that you have that I think can be beneficial for you? But also, if you stick towards the end of this video, I recommend you grab either our daily content generator that's going to help you automate and you repurpose your content as a content creator yourself to different platforms. I also recommend you check out our welcome email template, where if you are someone who wants to grow your email list from scratch, but also be able to have something to welcome them when a person subscribes to your email and give them that template of like, hey, this is everything that you need to know when it comes to joining my world on my email list, I recommend you grab that freebie there as well. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you later.